Now that we're situated, I have a few questions I want to ask you, Light. As long as you answer them truthfully, this should be over pretty quick. Is that okay?
As long as it helps everyone with the Kira case, then I'm happy to help in any way.
All right. Now that you consented, remember that these questions are very vital to the case, so it's in your best interest to tell the truth.
Okay, understood.
Okay then, let's start off with a light question. And please, feel free to express your personal beliefs. I won't judge or feel offended in any way. So, what are your thoughts on the LGBTQ community?
What? That question has nothing to do with the case. But then again, I do say some controversial things as Kira, so he's most likely trying to see if there's any similarities between me and Kira personality-wise. So it's probably best I lie about how I really feel about them, to avoid a controversial statement. The LGBTQ community? Well, it's simple. I love those people.
Those people? Interesting choice of words. That's very nice of you, Light. So since you're so open-minded, I want you to look at this picture and tell me how it makes you feel. Does that man look familiar to you, Light?
Is this really who I think it is?
It might be. But of course, I wouldn't be able to know if you know who a specific person is if I didn't ask. So, who do you think it is, Light?
He has to be plotting something. But there shouldn't be anything suspicious about me knowing who this is, right? So I'll just answer then instantly turn the question on him. Hopefully that will stop any suspicion that might arise. Well, obviously this is Dreamy Bull. But what I want to know is how you even know about him.
Light, are you autistic?
What? No, why would you even think that?
Well, every time I asked you a question, you paused for an abnormal amount of time and didn't say anything. It's almost like you were having trouble thinking about what to say. So, from my point of view, it seems like you might be mentally challenged. So sorry if that seemed offensive.
Well, that's just how things work in this world. And you just broke an unwritten rule. You're not supposed to question that.
Light, do you hear yourself right now? You sound crazy. You're not in a TV show, little buddy. This might be different than autism. He might be insane.
Is he trying to gaslight me into thinking I'm crazy? No, of course not. He just isn't aware. So if anything, it's him that's the mentally challenged one.
See, you just did it again. So what I said could have some weight to it.
It doesn't hold any weight because I'm not autistic.
Well, that might be cap. Because now you're getting loud in public. So it seems like you lack some social awareness. And do you know what a lack of social awareness is a symptom of? Autism.
You clueless bitch. You just don't realize that your brain can't comprehend the concepts that mine can.
See, there you go doing it again, Light. Now it just seems like you find it hard to stay focused. I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news, but going off of what I'm seeing here, you're definitely on the spectrum, little buddy.
I don't have autism, so don't call me little buddy like I'm some type of kid. I'm a fully competent adult, so start treating me like one and stop pushing this agenda that I'm autistic.
Once again, you're lacking social awareness by getting loud in public. Now on top of that, I'm seeing childlike behavior and temper tantrums. You're basically just diagnosing yourself at this point. I could sit here all day and point out all the ways you definitely have autism. But that's not what we're here for. So to get back on track to where things were before we got distracted by your mental disability, I'll answer your original question. I go on Instagram Reels a lot, and Dreamy Bull was a pretty big meme on there about a year or two ago. So that's how I know about him. But now that I think about it, I'm actually surprised you even knew about Dreamy Bull, because I did a background check on you before today, and I realized you don't use social media too often. So the only way you must have found out about him was through his adult content.
I'm not gay, so I would never watch his adult content videos. I have friends that use Instagram, so they told me about it when the meme was popular. And as a matter of fact, what was the point of even showing me some gay shit like that? Because that doesn't help with the Kira case, nor does it have anything to do with it at all.
First of all, I never accused you of being gay. I just simply made a hypothesis based off of evidence I observed. Secondly, you seemed extra defensive and almost seemed to get mad when you thought I was insinuating that you could be gay. But most importantly, you were able to respond without having to pause for an unusual amount of time, which could possibly mean you were speaking with passion about defending your personal beliefs. So based off of all of that, I think you're either gay and trying to hide it, or you're just homophobic, which is oddly similar to the possible things I believe about Kira. But maybe I'm just yapping. What do you think, Light?
Damn it, I was being careless and overreacted, all because he wants to randomly show this stupid picture out of nowhere.
There he goes again, taking long to respond. I can only imagine what's going on in that troubled and underdeveloped mind of his.
For someone that isn't as self-aware as I am, he sure is clever and doesn't miss a thing.
With everything I learned within the past few minutes, and some of his reactions and responses, there should be a high probability of him being Kira. But the only thing throwing me off is his autism.
I can't let him think I'm homophobic because then he could easily connect the dots to me being Kira based off the things I say as him. But at the same time, I'd rather jump off a cliff than to utter the words, "I'm gay." So I need to be careful with my next response and play it off casually. Dios mío. Please don't say stuff like that. I'm the last person to support bigots and their behavior. This whole thing just caught me off guard because of how sudden and random everything is happening. I would like to apologize if my response seemed offensive in any way.
Dios mío. I didn't know you speak Spanish, Light.
I don't even speak Spanish, you idiot. I'm just so self-aware that I can inject information like that into my brain at random moments. And you took the bait like the simple-minded fish that you are. Now, I can relax without you asking whether I'm gay or homophobic.
Yeah, he definitely has autism. Just look at that face he's making. Plus, I know some people get super smart or skillful in some fields with specific types of autism. So maybe Spanish is the thing he's good at.
I guess that was a random moment for me to throw out some Spanish. But yeah, I'm actually pretty fluent in it.
Oh, well, since you speak Spanish, Light, let me ask you this. English or Spanish?
I don't understand what you're asking, but I can speak both. So I guess I choose both of them.
That's my bad for the confusion. I should have finished what I had to say. What I was supposed to say was English or Spanish. The first one to move is gay.
Elle, turn that shit off, please. I can't believe I didn't realize what you were doing.
I can't believe you didn't realize it either. It was a pretty big meme and trend like 2 months ago. But then again, you do have autism, so I guess I understand how you could have forgotten.
It has nothing to do with that fake diagnosis you gave me. You just didn't strike me as the type of person to participate in trends like that.
I already told you I go on Instagram Reels a lot. Plus, I like to troll a little bit every once in a while.
Wait a minute. So you must have been trolling me this whole time about the whole autism thing then. I'm so stupid. I apologize for reacting how I did earlier.
I wasn't trolling. I actually believe that.
What?
And since I actually believe that, I don't think you could possibly be Kira. Well, at least at the moment I don't think you could be.
I mean, technically this is a win. But if I'm being honest, I'll be damned if I get fully cleared of being Kira all because this weirdo believes I have autism. Well, you never know, Elle. Maybe Kira has autism.
That was very suspicious of you, Light. So you're either Kira and your ego can't handle getting cleared like that, or you're actually on the spectrum and you aren't aware of the fact that I just cleared you. Either way, you're not the brightest. But once again, I could just be yapping. So, we'll see what happens, I guess.